Most people believe that progress comes from big decisions, a bold move, a dramatic change, a single moment that changes everything. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they misjudge time. But that's almost never how real progress works. We live in a world that rewards speed, fast results, fast feedback, instant proof. But meaningful progress doesn't work that way. In reality, long-term outcomes are shaped by small decisions. Repeated consistently over time, most breakthroughs happen after a long period where nothing seems to be working. And that's exactly where most people quit. Most people don't fail because they choose the wrong big move. They fail because they underestimate the impact of everyday choices. Not because they failed, but because they stopped believing the process was doing anything at all. What you do when no one is watching. What you repeat when motivation is low. What you tolerate instead of changing. There's a phase almost nobody talks about, a phase where you show up consistently, make the right decisions, do the work. Small decisions don't feel important in the moment. That's why they're easy to ignore. And still see no visible results, no validation, no momentum, no feedback loop. But over time, they compound. One skipped workout doesn't matter. One impulsive expense doesn't matter. One day of procrastination doesn't matter. Until they do. This phase is uncomfortable because it creates doubt. You start questioning your strategy, your abilities, your patience. Because consistency works in both directions. It compounds discipline, or it compounds neglect. But this phase is not a sign that something is wrong. It's the entry fee for any form of real progress. The difference between progress and stagnation is rarely intensity. It's repetition. Most people don't quit because they're incapable. They quit because they assume lack of results equals lack of progress. People who build momentum don't rely on motivation. They rely on systems that make the right choice easier than the wrong one. But progress often happens quietly, beneath the surface. Skills compound, confidence compounds. Decision-making improves long before outcomes change. They reduce friction. They remove unnecessary decisions. They design their environment to support consistency. The mistake isn't quitting too early. The mistake is expecting visible results too soon. That's why awareness is so important. If you don't notice your daily patterns, you can't change them. And if you can't change them, the outcome is already decided. Compounding doesn't feel powerful in the beginning. At first, it feels pointless. Big decisions feel powerful, but small decisions are what actually shape your future. Those who stay don't feel smarter. They're just willing to stay consistent when progress feels invisible. This series breaks down how those patterns work and how to use them intentionally instead of unconsciously. The difference between people who succeed and those who quit is not motivation. It's tolerance for delayed results. If you're in a phase where nothing seems to be working, that doesn't mean you're failing. It usually means you're closer than you think. Progress is rarely loud, but it is always cumulative. And most people quit right before it starts to show.